kitchenkillaz.com, JB Designs, all the good stuff. Coming in for our update number 14. Trying to get slightly more centered. It is September 27th, 2018. It's a Thursday, of course. It's around 7:30. And it is time for another update. Pretty busy week. Crazy as last week, but still busy all on its own. Can I share while I'm doing this? I can. Give me 1 second. Somebody's on here. I can't see at the moment. Hey, Andy, how are you? Probably should start a few minutes early and then cut this out, but that would involve work, and I don't feel like it. So, let's do one more share so my tens of fans can watch. At least I'm honest with myself. Alright, cool. So, I don't know if you can tell behind me, but the art cave has been cleaned. I talked about that the last time I was on. It took about 6 to 7 hours to get the whole thing cleaned. It was a mess. I threw a whole full black garbage bag away full of stuff of just junk that I've collected over the last couple years. I haven't done. The last time I did a really good cleaning of this place was after I got done with school, which was about a year ago. So it definitely needed a good cleaning. Got some stuff organized, found a few things in that nature and all that good stuff. So, as always, we start off with what have I been working on the past week. A few different things here and there. The first thing is an update on the ferry. This is my newest ferry that I'm working on. It's still a work in progress. This is featuring Bree cosplay as the fairy. She's a local cosplayer here in the Florida area. She was nice enough to let me use her as a model for a fairy. So, like you can see, I got some more colors. I still don't know where I'm going with this thing. It's still kind of up in the air, so I'm just messing around, having fun. Did a little tinkering on it yesterday. Added some greens and some more purples and stuff. So it's, I may toss in the black. To get the black background so there's not so much white. Sometimes that helps me focus and see what I want to do. But yeah, it's still just really up in the air. Something else I'm working on. There's a couple of things I'm working on that I can't show you at the moment. I'm also working on some logo designs for a company in Melbourne. They're a wine company. They wanted t-shirts designed. They wanted their logo on the front and then some like cool sayings on the back. So I didn't have to mess with their logo. I just did some designs on the back of the t-shirts. They wanted 3 different ones, and then I gave them at least like 2 to 3 to 4 options on each one. A couple of them ended up coming out really nicely, very cool. I really like the idea. I hope they like them. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. They've had a crazy week with everything going on. So, hey, Andy, if you could let me know how I sound, I'd appreciate it. But other than that, so yeah, it's working on those. Hopefully, I'll be able to share those in the next week or so, or hopefully by the next time the next Artist Weekly update rolls around. But those were really nice to work on. Got me out of worrying about painting and worrying about artwork. It was a nice new refresh and kind of made me remember why I like doing that kind of stuff. I really like t-shirt design, so I hope I can do some more. I've done the Kitchenkillaz one. I've done a couple others for some people here and there. So I am trying to... thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. So I'm trying to figure out and do some more stuff here. I may even do some t-shirt designs for myself with ideas that I have or different logos or something. I just got to find somebody that can help me make them. So yeah, I've been working on that. And then I've been working on. I can't show you the canvas. I can show you the back of the canvas. There's the back of the canvas. This is actually a secret. Oh, you saw it. This is a little secret project I'm doing. Hopefully, you guys will not see it later. But it's a little surprise for the Kitchenkillaz. The Kitchenkillaz, I've talked about them many times. They are coming to my house tomorrow night. They're going to come hang out with some of our friends, and they're going to do their live show at 9:05 right here from my kitchen. If you want to catch that show, make sure to tune in to Facebook at I would say 9. They start at 9:05, and I will be sharing it all over my social media. So follow either me on my personal Facebook page, the group page, or JB Designs. And Designs is DEZIGNS. I'll put the links below for the group and the face or the artist page. I will post them up there, and they're gonna come in. They're doing their full hour set. We're getting Gringos Locos for catering for the food, and then we're gonna try to do a special dessert. So hopefully all that goes well. We're making that up as we go. So tune in to see how well that goes. Check out if you want to see the painting that I did, a full image of the painting, because I'm really bad at hiding stuff on the camera apparently. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9:05. The other things I'm working on too is so none of this the thing I'm about to show you, it's not official yet. It's not an official thing happening. I talked to Billy today. I had a random idea. Like I always say, my mind's always going and going and coming up with different ideas. So I work for my day job, I work at a sign company, and we have printers, and I run the printers and everything. And I wanted to offer the guys a chance to get stickers. Stickers are really big. Magnets are really big too, especially if you're a Tom and Dan fan. Those are a little expensive. I wish I could come out with my own magnets, because I could come out some really cool designs. But man, to get good ones to actually stay on the cars, because a lot of people, that's the main thing for them, is to stay on the cars. But it's a good few, 300, 400, 500 bucks if you're getting good ones. It's rough. But yeah, it's so I figured we could get the guys started with stickers at least. So I got a hold of their old logo, or their original logo. So this is the one that they first started out with. And then I'm going to remove the camera from the base here closer to the end of the show. I'm going to show you the room is slightly clean. It's a little messed up with doing the Artist Weekly update. I love to show off the canvases and all that good stuff. But I'm working on taking my design, which is the Kitchenkillaz design that I did with the splatter paint and the logo design. I'm going to make that into a sticker as well. So I'll be designing that tonight, hopefully printing off some samples tomorrow and showing them to Billy. We may show them up on the Facebook Live. I don't know. But it's something I'm in the works with the guys, trying to get more involved with them and doing some design stuff with them. More T-shirt designs or more this or more that. We've come up with some cool T-shirt ideas that would be really fun to do down the road. So I'm trying to get a little bit more in the graphic design stuff, because doing with the company that I did earlier this week, I really like it, especially when it's not a stress thing. It's just something fun for me to do, mess around with, and just have fun. So after that, Kitchenkillaz. This one might be a kind of a fast one. I actually made it on time. We just finished cleaning the house a little bit more. I had to vacuum. With 2 dogs, you have to vacuum every day. We will probably vacuum again right before everybody shows up tomorrow. I love my puppies, but man, they have hair everywhere. So, upcoming events, upcoming shows. Not too much in October. October's pretty quiet. I'm actually going to New Orleans the second week in October. Bunny and I are going to drive over to New Orleans. We are going to hang out with my dad and my stepmom and check out New Orleans for the first time. I've never been there. My wife hasn't, and I don't think my dad or stepmom have been there either. So we're going to explore, try out some food, hopefully find some cool music. If there's a certain thing that you think I should do while I'm in New Orleans, especially food, if you have a food place to recommend, please comment below or message on my social media. Cool things to do, places to check out. Since it's Halloween, Kayla really wants to try to find a graveyard to go visit. We went to New York a few years back because our anniversary is in October. So this is kind of our anniversary, 4 year anniversary trip. It's a little early for our actual anniversary, but that's what we're using it for, or saying it is. So when we were in New York, we were able to go to Sleepy Hollow and do. They had this like outdoor festival in the graveyard, one of the graveyards of Sleepy Hollow. We got to drink hot apple cider and have some fun and check out like history stuff. So she really wants to do that again. She loves Halloween. She like lives and breathes for Halloween every year, and we are. Our house has been decorated since the beginning of September. But it's we're finally getting into that time, and especially when we go to New Orleans in October, it's gonna be a fun time. Hopefully, I'll do some. I think we're going to do a couple because we're driving, and from here to New Orleans, it's going to be about 9 hours. So I figured to entertain us some, we may try to hop up on YouTube Live or Facebook Live and answer some fan questions, BS, talk about stories and stuff from conventions. My wife's a little nervous with being on camera sometimes, but if I can get her to ignore the camera, we usually have some pretty funny conversations. I will tell you now, they will probably be rated PG-13 or R. We cuss like sailors. But if you want to check us out, make sure to follow me here on, subscribe here on YouTube, or follow me on Facebook, Instagram, good stuff. And I will let you guys know when we are up live. I may do some videos while we're in New Orleans as well. Most of the time, I like to be in where I am at and pay attention. It's a little bit of a pet peeve when I go to like concerts or different things, or even conventions, and people are just on their phone, like walking around, live streaming. It's like, enjoy the moment that you are in. Do your thing. Don't. Yeah. So we may do some on the road to entertain ourselves, but other than that, I don't know. I can't promise anything. I try to be more of a person than just artist all the time. But I will do what I can. But then rest of October is pretty quiet. Nothing going on. I haven't really been invited to anything. I'm trying to get on some more podcasts. I got to get a hold of some people and try to get on some more shows, get the name out there in a variety of different ways. But November, 2 weekends in a row. November 4th, I will be at Daytona Beach Comic Con. I will be there as a guest creator. They were nice enough to invite me out and have me as one of their guests. So I will be there. It's a Sunday. It's in Daytona Beach, of course. It's an all day. It's an all day, 1 day event. It probably starts around 10ish or so. I don't know the exact times. The event page is up, and then I'm sure it probably only goes till about 5. But that's my last convention for 2018. So if you want to come out, get a piece of artwork, make sure to come say hi, come see me, and get yourself squared away. And then the following weekend, November 10th, I will be in Sanford, Florida for Smash Comics 10-year anniversary. They do their anniversary that time every year, and they mix it in with a Toys for Tots charity event, and they collect toys and money and donations to help kids that are less fortunate. They have a variety of artists like myself, my buddy Cruz, the Orlando Collector Deviants will be out there, and the Raven Wolves will be out there, a bunch of artists. So please come out and support that. That's like a really good long day event. You can get stuff. They have sales on the inside, donate a toy, come support local artists, have a good time. I may try to get little sit down things with a couple of my friends that are artists, and maybe try to do a couple of YouTube things, or even record a couple of things and put it up later. I'm trying to get more social media savvy and try to get out there more. Um, we'll see what the day has for us. But yeah, as of right now, those are my only two events for the rest of 2018. The rest of November and December is pretty chill. I will probably be focusing on commissions. I just got another new one today, and I'm still backed up from other ones. If you have a commission with me and are waiting for it, please be patient. I do stuff, and I've explained this to people when they get stuff. I do stuff when I'm in the mood. I need time. If I'm not feeling the painting, I'm not going to work on it because it'll look like crap if I do. I do, try to get some stuff done in certain times. I've had last couple commissions. They want them by a certain time, and I tell them I will try. I can't make any promises though. Because life comes up too. I have a full time job. I work Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and then family, wife, eating dinner, and all that good stuff. I try to get done what and when I can. Um, so before we get you guys off of there, so you can see the art cave, we'll do a fan question real quick. Ryan from Facebook, he's a hardcore fan. He's been around for quite a few years. I actually got to meet him because he's up north somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. I think Maine, but I'm not positive. But I got to meet Ryan when I went to Lexington, Kentucky for Lexington Comic Con. He's been a very hardcore, loyal fan, and I really appreciate him. He has several questions. The first one would be favorite movie soundtrack and why. I don't know if I have a favorite. There's quite a few that I like. I mean, right off the top of my head, it wouldn't be the full soundtrack, but the Godfather theme song. I love that song. I'm sure many people do. The Boondock Saints has a really cool soundtrack. Uh, who else? Who else? Oh, it wasn't the greatest movie, but the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. I love that soundtrack. That was a great soundtrack. Um, I don't know what else. I really like the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. That was fun. And also, both Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks were great. So there's that question. Do favorite video game system and games past and present. I've talked about it before, and I've gotten even farther. My current favorite game right now is the new Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 4. It is fantastic. It is a lot of fun to play. If you have the money and you've been thinking about getting it, I strongly suggest you do. Just the storyline alone is very cool and unique, and something that I haven't really seen before. It's not the basic storyline that you. It's not an origins thing. You're Spider-Man years down the road, not very years down the road, but he's seasoned. He's had some experience, and it's a lot of fun. I get wrapped up in that game. I have to watch myself because I do have other artwork to work on and other things to work on, and I will sit and go, oh, I'm gonna play an hour, and then 6 hours later, and I am still playing. But yeah, it's that's my favorite game. Past systems, I never owned one, but I was a really big fan of this N64. A lot of my friends had them. I always had I had Sega. I loved the Sega. I had PlayStation 2, and then I switched from that to an Xbox 360 when I was finally had the money, and now I'm back to having. I had a 360 and a PS3, and now I have both the systems again. The only reason I got the PS4 was to get the Spider-Man game. So I asked for that for Christmas last year from my wife because she, what do you want? I don't want to buy. We don't like buying each other junk. We like something we actually want that's a little bit more pricey that we really wouldn't buy for ourselves. I'm like, I'd like a PS4, please. And then she goes, well, what do you want it for? You have I'm like, Spider-Man. I want it for Spider-Man, please. So yeah, I've always the last few years I've been both, but sorry, got kicked off as always. Not an artist weekly update without me getting kicked off at least once. But like I was saying, I have a bunch of old systems. You'll probably actually see them when I give you guys a little bit of a tour. I have an N64, a Sega, a PlayStation. I think maybe if I had to pick an ultimate favorite, and there was a lot of games that I really loved, and it was a little bit more in depth of the games, was the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. I bought it before I even had the PlayStation because I found it at a store. The original Die Hard trilogy video game, arcade game. You play through three different movies. Die Hard, Die Hard 2, and Die Hard with a Vengeance. I love that game. If you've never played it and you have a PlayStation, I would. And if you like the movies, it is cheesy and it is not the greatest game ever made, but it's a lot of fun, especially the original Die Hard game or original Die Hard movie game part. You play in a third person shooting, and you have to go through each level of the tower and kill bad guys and save people. It's the graphics are crap. You just hear the one liners all the time through the movie, but it's a lot of fun to play. played it quite recently, and that was like the main reason I got a PlayStation, was just to play that game. I remember Jet Moto, Crash Bandicoot, so many games. One of the early Spider-Man games that was based more off the comics. I need that game again. I can't remember the. I think it was just Spider-Man. I can't remember if there was anything else to it, but I remember when my brothers and I were younger, I'd be at my dad's house and I would sit there and play the first level over and over again, and do like almost what people do on Twitch now. I would make voices or do funny things, or just to entertain my brothers so I could keep playing the game. uh, yeah, I love that game. Metal Gear Solid. I played the very first level as always and just messed around with the bad guys all the time. And again, my brothers watch me do that all the time. So I have a lot of really good memories with the original PlayStation. So yeah, that's about it for questions. If you have more, if you have a question for me, it could be about my artwork, it can be about my life. Let's not go too personal. Um, but things like that. Feel free to comment below or message me on social media. Or I usually post up. I'm starting to get a little low on questions, so I will probably post up before next week another round of asking questions to me. But feel free to comment and ask. Uh, I want to show you guys the paintings I have in the background. So the holidays are right around the corner. I think we all know that. It's getting, Christmas is upon us. The only bad thing is you guys can't. Okay, there we go. So I have a bunch of paintings. I have a whole stack sitting back here between, all kinds of stuff. I've shown off some of the trees before. I'm actually going to show this off on the live stream for the Kitchenkillaz tomorrow. But this is one of my biggest trees that I've painted. It is a 24 by, and I almost knocked my cup over where my computer is. That would have been awesome. But yeah, this one, these sizes run about 300. If you're in the Florida area, I am more than happy to meet up with you to deliver it. We can meet halfway if you're kind of far, to save on shipping. Yeah, Andy, I'm sorry. It got kicked off. Hopefully it looks like it's back on my end. And then this one back here is actually one of my earliest fairies. It is the earliest fairy. It's what started it all. I worked with a friend of mine named Samantha Novak up in Ohio. She's an old friend of mine, and she does. She's a performer, and she does like hula. Reconnecting again, awesome. So this is the Shy Fairy. She's part of a 3 fairy series, all black and white. I pick a single color and go with that. Again, this one would be 300. I have all the fairies you see or have seen are. Thanks, Andy. All the fairies I have prints of. So if you want to print, and can't afford I know they're expensive. There are prints and mini prints. Prints $15 each, and mini prints are $3 each. You can head to jbdesigns.storeenvy.com to purchase any of that. So now that I showed those off, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. Like I said, I am currently working. Hey, I did not hit the play button. I'm currently working on trying to take my design and make a sticker version for the Kitchenkillaz. So let me show you that. And we're gonna shut off my little light over here for a minute. So very close up. This is the design earlier this year. They made t-shirts. This is their original design. So I'm going to take a couple of different ideas. I like the square idea for a sticker, but I want to try to hide it or put it into their logo here. So that is what I'm going to be working on right after I am done chatting with you guys. So again, it's a little messed up again because of doing the Artist Weekly update. But here is the art cave. This has all been cleaned up and reorganized. As you can tell, I have a bunch of artwork from different friends and artists that I have met over the years. The Samurai Jack is actually signed by the voice actor that voiced Samurai Jack. I met him at MegaCon a few years back. That print is mine, one of my pieces, and he was nice enough to sign it, and I gave him one of mine. But yeah, I've got all kinds of people's artwork up. There is the Tom and Dan poster. I got that up this weekend, and it was signed by Tom and Dan and Sam of the podcast. I've gotten to meet Gold Dust from WWE. Um, some more artwork. You guys may see that one's a bit familiar. I actually worked with the artist Tori. Um, you can see her in the tags of when I posted this, but I did a painting of this drawing. She gave me this the first time we met at MegaCon. I was looking at it about a year or so later. I'm like, can I turn your drawing into a painting? She said, of course. And I created the Iron Man painting that you guys seen. Um, so let's see. Oh, I forgot to show you the below. So the paintings are all organized. That side is finished stuff. That side is empty canvases. And there is a ton of different sizes. And more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah, it's a little crowded in here. Again, I'm trying to get ready for the Kitchenkillaz that are going to be here tomorrow. But yeah, I got my couch, and my buddy Ness did both of those paintings and was nice enough to give them to me as a housewarming gift. The painting, or the print in the middle, the poster print from the Ninja Turtles cartoon. I got to meet them at Tampa Bay Comic Con, and they each signed, and they put like, my name and their turtle name and some sayings and stuff, and it was really cool. All of them liked it. A couple of them I actually gave the prints to. And then again, all kinds of collections of stuff. Got Rocco's Modern Life. That one's mine, and I got it signed by the voice actor. The same with Doug. Rey Mysterio I did that I decided not to sell. Behind all the Funko Pops is actually the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers print that I did. That is all signed by all the original Rangers except for Kimberly, the original Pink Ranger, the first one. Yeah, and there's my game systems. Oh, and I got a Nintendo too. I forgot about that. But yeah, so not too shabby. I'm gonna tidy it up a little bit right before I go back or go to bed, so it looks all nice for everybody to come in tomorrow. So let me get you guys back into the thing. I love this new stand I got. It makes life so much easier. Turn the neon bright light back on. So yeah, that's the archive, and hopefully the Kitchenkillaz will like the sticker designs I do, so we'll have some of those. I may even ask if I can keep some or print some for myself to send off to people so they get, I'm trying to do a lot of cross promoting. I went up for New York. I have an old family friend up there, and we stayed with him when we went up for New York, so we traveled around. So I hope you have a good time, Andy. New Jersey was interesting. Very cool place to hang out. I want to go back to that whole area again and have some more time to explore. Yeah, it's not next week. It's the week after that I'm heading to New Orleans. But both weeks, I'll still do the Artist Weekly update as normal. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff on all my social media, especially here. I'm still doing once I hit 100 subscribers, you guys will be in the running for a set of mini prints. I may add to it. I think I already have, so you'll get more than what I originally showed off. If you want to know what you will get, please go back to episode, I want to say 12. I think I talked about it. But all you have to do is subscribe. As long as you're in the subscription list, you will be part of the giveaway, and then I will announce it as soon as I hit the 100. I will do a random list and pick a random winner, and we'll be good to go. Currently, I'm at 70, so I need 30 more. Hopefully, with the Kitchenkillaz here tomorrow, we will be. I asked them, let's try to push that and get me up to 100. So hopefully they will help. Other than that, catch me on all the social media, Instagram, all that good stuff. yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of different work this next week, trying to get some stuff done. So, thank you guys always for watching, sharing, supporting what I do. Really, if it wasn't for you guys, for the people like Andy and Ryan and Terry, and there's a good group that really support me, that always likes, shares, comments, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Seriously, guys, you don't know how much I appreciate it, because if it wasn't for you, little group, I would have no likes or shares or nothing. I would be sharing my stuff to empty space. So, again, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting what I do. And I will catch you guys. Tune in Kitchen Killers tomorrow, 9:05 p.m. It will be up on all my social media. It's a very fun show. They play their own originals, they play covers. Sorry, my phone is going off for an alert. And then we get to see what song they picked. The list I gave them. Uh, Billy thought I was joking with the list that I gave them, so we'll see what they picked out. But you also get to see the surprise painting, maybe some stickers, all that good stuff. Thank you, Andy. That's very nice of you. Other than that, thanks, guys, and I will catch you guys next week.